Out. College football's got about 9 teams that can win the national championship. Sort of like if you take the Warriors out, there's about 8 teams that can win the NBA championship. Jim Harbaugh won this weekend. I'm very happy. Suddenly Jim Harbaugh can coach again. Give Michigan credit. They actually are willing to go on the road and play Notre Dame's and Utah's and good teams, so occasionally you lose. Okay? Nick Saban, Alabama won't do that. So tonight, Dodgers. Eastern, so the National League Championship Series moves out west. Brewers, Dodgers, both home and away, same teams, both very good. 15 minutes, Tony Gonzalez stops by. We have best for last. But the Patriots, we all watched. I don't know what the number was, but I'm sure the TV rating was huge. We all watched it last night, a wild one. Patriots over the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. So let me start with this. In the history of the NFL, it used to be called the 2-minute drill. You went without a huddle, and you rushed to the line, and it was fairly chaotic. And the good quarterbacks were like, John Elway was like 50-50 at it. Tom Brady last night got the ball with 2 minutes and 23 seconds, buried in their own territory. And let's roll the tape, and here we go. Here's the 2-minute drill. Tom Brady gets it. All right, got a receiver out today. Okay, they run it right into the line. All right. Let's get in one more play before the 2-minute. Tom walks off the field, basically. Okay, that was the play. They didn't even run another play. That was it. Okay. Now, let's stop for a second. Okay, let's stop. Hold on. Okay. So now you kind of just wasted 15 seconds. It was just a run into the line. Now what I want to see is the 2-minute warning. Now it starts in earnest. Okay, let's go to the play outside of that now. They come back. Here's the next play. Now we're getting the ball up the field. They ran the ball into the line again. They're just wasting time here. I mean, this is ridiculous, right? They're just wasting time. These are 2 dives, 2 plays, 1 yard. Come on, guys. We've got to get up fast. Oh, they're not getting up fast. They walk to the line for the next play. Okay, here's the next play. Okay, now this puppy. Now we're going to, all right, out to the flat. Get out of bounds. Oh, no, the running back stays in bounds. Okay, rush to the line. Let's hurry. Let's get. Oh, they're huddling. They're huddling. Oh, wait a minute. I get it. They're trying to eat clock. It is not about if they'll score. They're going to take the clock down to 0. They have 3 timeouts. They didn't need to use any of them. This is how a veteran pilot lands in turbulence. You're freaking out in row 19, and they're saying, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what a surgeon does with blood flying all over an emergency room. You're freaking out. This is what I've been trained to do. 31 other NFL teams, will we score? You know how they say great athletes are in a zone? Tom Brady appears to now be in a 10-year zone. He's taken citizenship in a zone. This should be an instructional video on a 2-minute drill. It was not that long ago when no huddling illustrated the lack of composure for an overwhelming number of teams outside of teams with veteran quarterbacks. That should be in the Hall of Fame. They are eating clock. They are not using timeouts. They are walking to the huddle. They are huddling. They are staying in bounds. They are completely manipulating another NFL team. The nonchalance of that 2-minute drill is something I've never seen. It is staggering. What you're watching is absolutely staggering. Tom Brady has mastered quarterback. A couple years ago, he interviewed with R.J. Glazer, and people were talking about retirement. And Brady, in a moment of clarity and honesty, and it was actually, some would say hubris, but it didn't come off that way. Remember what he said to Glazer?
Every time I go on the field, I feel like, all right, well, I know what to do. I know how to do it. I know where to go with the ball. And, football is in some ways easier now for me than it ever was because, it's just, I've been doing it longer. I've had the experience, and, hopefully that experience can pay off.
So I want to switch to this. Coming into the year, there were 4 teams that we thought were going to have great defenses. Saxonville, they were going to be great. They were great last year. They were only getting better. Minnesota Vikings. Whew, those young guys are only getting better. And we thought Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, they got Michael Bennett. Their pass rush is going to be ridiculous. Fletcher Cox, you can't block him now. And then once Chicago got Khalil Mack, we were like, okay, you're looking at mini Philly, Jacksonville, Chicago. Those defenses, I wouldn't want to face them. And they all got pushed around kind of over the last couple of weeks. There are no great defenses. Last night, what you watched was 43-40, wildly fun. The skill players dominated the game, and you can't turn it off. There is a play I want to show you, though. 5:20 left, fourth quarter. Defensive lineman, Breeland Speaks, wraps Tom Brady up, and he thinks Brady has thrown the ball. And so he lets go of him. Brady then moves toward the end zone, runs in. Breeland Speaks thinks he has him, but then when Tom motions, he lets go of him. And I could just hear everybody watching that game. Colin, this is what is wrong with the NFL. That a defensive lineman had a sack and let go of him. And to that I say, oh, you mean defensive linemen now have to be thoughtful and strategic and contemplate? It's just not eating up to 340 pounds and squishing people. Yes, we are now asking our defensive linemen to be thoughtful and mindful and strategic and aware of where the ball is. Yes. And by the way, the one team that's had no issue with that late hit quarterback penalty, well, it just happens to be the most mindful, thoughtful, strategic football team in my life, the New England Patriots. The result is 6 weeks in, one quarterback is hurt, Jimmy Garoppolo. Multiple times yesterday, I'm talking a dozen times yesterday, I saw a defensive end or a defensive lineman grab a quarterback, hold him, play is over, and everybody gets paid the same. Nobody gets cut. Nobody gets yelled at. Nobody gets screamed at. Yes, we've always made our quarterbacks think, and our corners, and our Mike linebackers, and our safeties, and our coaches, and our coordinators think, and our centers, and our left tackles think. All sorts of shifting on offense, tight ends, choreography, move up, go over, double motion. Oh, now we actually ask the defensive lineman to think. Strip the ball, perhaps. Grab and hold, not drive Aaron Rodgers into the turf. Tackling now in football, when it comes to tackling the quarterback, is like sound mixing at the Oscars. Necessary, but a means to an end. Okay, as long as nobody gets hurt. Ratings are up, quarterbacks are healthy, and oh, by the way, I'll take that every weekend. In fact, I'll take that 30 times a year over watching C.J. Beathard against Aaron Rodgers tonight, which I'm not even sure by halftime if you'll want to keep watching it. Football at its best is thoughtful and strategic. Now we ask the big uglies up front defensively, they've got to be thoughtful too. Tony Gonzalez around the corner on a loaded Monday show. We got baseball playoffs. Dodgers now hosting the Brewers. Series tied at 1 later in the afternoon. The NBA season starts tomorrow. Interesting moment from LeBron James over the weekend. If you did not see it, we'll have it. Folks, in sports, there are smart